Today we're gonna be stocking the saltwater mini pond with 4 new fish that I got from the fish store, and we're going maximum color. We got some really cool ones to add that I'm excited about. We're finally getting away from the schooling fish, and we're starting to add the cool ones. Let's start unboxing. Now we bought 4 new fish, but we're gonna be adding 5 to the pond. The pipefish over here is eating well. He's loving his little sponge that he sits up in. He's having a great time. And speaking of the pipefish, look who I see right now, who I don't see often, the little red anglerfish peeking his head along the rock there. We have to do a stocking where I'm feeding this guy. I'm gonna be doing a netting video hopefully soon where we can net some smaller creatures to bring home for him to eat, but he looks ready to go. So that little baby frogfish right there, doing well, and of course the pipefish. The pipefish has been eating good, but I think it'd be better to put him, now that I know he's eating well, like I said I was gonna do in the last video, it's gonna be better to move him into this pond, because that way I could just feed all these guys copepods, all these guys mysis, and everybody will be full. So we're really adding 5 fish today, including the strange fish that we got in one of our last videos, the pipefish. First thing I have to do is get this sponge, and I have to do it like this because remember, we don't want it touching the water, or touching the air, sorry. So we're gonna get this guy in the bucket like this, keep it in there, and that way we can move it over to this pond, and it's gonna look great in here. All the fish are gonna love it. A little bit more color to add in the pond. So right there, there's our little, I forget what this thing was called, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna call it the orange sponge because, yeah, it's got a long name, but I love it, and they always make the aquarium look cool, so I actually might even go and get more of these guys. Really cool stuff right there. Put him right here so we can see the pipefish always through the glass. Hanging around. He doesn't always sit up on the sponge here. He does like going along the rocks and other parts of the aquarium as well. So he's not just a sponge guy. Now here is our pipefish we named Trumpet. Look at that guy. He looks like a trumpet fish. That is one of the strangest, weirdest fish ever, guys. I mean, that is just incredible. It's just an elongated, pretty much seahorse, but he's eating like a beast, and he's gonna do great in that pond right there. So let's get him in here. I'm gonna put him right down there underneath. Oh, whoa, he kicked hard there. Look at this guy right here. That is a cool looking fish right there. First one we added to this mini pond today. He sure is gonna love it in here once he finds that sponge, and that tail is gonna, wrap around everything that he goes by. So really cool fish. And that's the first one we're adding today. The strange, weird looking pencil. He's literally a fish in the shape of a pencil. I love him. So let's let him figure it out. Let's let him find that sponge. And he's a great eater, so I'm sure he's gonna do fantastic in here. Now I do wanna give a quick shout out to everyone on the west coast of Florida. You guys have already gotten hit by 2 hurricanes this year, which is actually insane. But living on the east coast of Florida, I know exactly what it's like. I've been through my fair share of hurricanes, and it is absolutely the worst when you lose power, especially when you have fish tanks and aquariums and fish that you gotta take care of. That is why I have all my faith in BLUETTI, the sponsor of today's video, as they give me the peace of mind that I will always be powered on. Specifically, the AC200L and the B300K are some of my favorite products that they offer. The AC200L is the main battery right here, and it is an absolute beast. It charges everything from my phone to my camera gear. It can power my fridge, and the best part is it can power all of my ponds and aquariums whenever I lose power. But this bad boy right here is the B300K, and it makes this setup an absolute workhorse. It's a highly adaptable, large capacity battery extender, and it is excellent value for the money. So this thing's already a beast, but then to add the extended power on top of this, I mean, you just cannot beat this setup. Now, as a load test to make sure these things can handle all my ponds for a long time, I plugged in everything from each pond, all the lights, all the filters, all the flow makers from both of these ponds, and I left this thing running for 5 hours as a little load test to see how much this thing can handle. And it started out at 58% earlier this morning around 8 o'clock in the morning. It is now 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and she is at 53%, and it's been 5 hours. With these 2 things plugged in, 5 hours, we're losing 1% an hour at this pace. I mean, it can charge these things for a long time, and these batteries were not even fully charged. That is a pretty dang good battery, and that makes me feel a lot better. So the load test, check. It adds a bunch of power to the already awesome AC200L, and I never have to worry about running out. Not to mention the AC200L, it has fast charging capability and has every output you could possibly need, like AC outlets, USBs, USB-Cs, and even a DC outlet. I would not go a day without having one of these guys for backup power. Especially if you live in Florida, you get a lot of storms and you're gonna lose power. It's important to have one of these. If you guys like fishing, going offshore, you can bring one so you know you can always charge your phone. If you like camping, it's great to bring bring. It can power all of your stuff, whether you're cooking or just want to turn on a simple light. This thing can do it all. If you guys do want to check one out and have the battery capacity like I do, go click the link in the description. Check out BLUETTI. They're an awesome sponsor. I love these batteries so much. It makes our job so much easier. We can film and bring one of these batteries and we will never run out of charge. So if you guys are interested and you want to have one just in case, go down, click the link in the description, BLUETTI, click that link, get yourself a battery. Let's unbox some fish now. Now that we know we're safe through all the storms, let's get to the unboxing. Quick recap on all the fish we do currently have. We got the damsels, all different colors and shapes, and we've got all the invertebrates. We've added the peppermint shrimp, the arrow crab, the blue lobster, all the good stuff, and they are the best eaters in the world. Every fish is gonna get absolutely yoked in this pond because it's free food for days. That's my motto. These guys just live it up in here and have a good old time. So they eat like champs, every single one of them, and it's finally time to add some different fish besides damsels and shrimp. We're finally getting to the point where we can start adding the cool stuff, the more expensive stuff, the more rare stuff, and that's my favorite time. That's when the pond really comes together. So it was good to see this pond, you know, sitting here, giving it a couple weeks, a month, and letting everything just thrive and live before we really started adding fish. So we added the really hardy stuff, the mollies, the damsels, and now it's time to add the more rare stuff. So it is time to start unboxing the new fish we got today, and we got some serious color going in this pond, including some color we have not yet added. Now we're going with our smallest bag here, and maybe the smallest bag, but I think this might be the brightest fish of the bunch. This guy right here is a purple pseudo. These guys are awesome. I don't think I've ever had one of these guys. I always see them at the store and people love them. And the reason I got this guy is because he is straight up purple, as bright and filled with purple as possible. So there he is in the bag, but once we get him in the bucket, it'll look a lot better. And we have no purple in this pond. So it's great to get something with a little bit more brighter colors in here. We got the blues, the yellows, we got some pink, okay? We got some pink, we got some green with the pipefish now. And now we're adding this guy. Now let's take a look at him right here underneath the light in my hand. You guys can see this dude's a crayon. Look at the colors on that. That's insane. I've never seen a fish with such vibrant colors. He's got like a blue eye and that purplish pink body with some orange fins. That is an awesome fish. I'm surprised that I haven't gotten one of these guys before in the past. I really have no idea why. He was actually like a decent price. He was only like 25 bucks and you can't beat that color. An awesome fish, and I'm sure he's gonna do well in the pond. The guy at the store said he's eating amazing, and he was with a bunch of other fish, so he's totally fine with being with other fish, like the ones we have in there, and he's a good eater. That's what matters. You gotta get the fish that are good eaters. A color combined with good eating, that's what we're targeting. That's what we're targeting here today. So let's get our awesome purple crayon in the pond. Buddy is super frisky. Colors, the colors, man. The colors are so good. How have I not gotten one of these before? There you go, dude. That is just so badass. These guys are definitely, I think they're more hiders than they are, you know, being out and swimming around. So he's probably, yeah, there he is. He's in that cave right there, sitting pretty next to the invertebrates. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see him often. I'm sure when we start feeding, he'll come out, but they definitely like to hide. Unfortunate, because he's got great color, but that's totally fine. Oh, I see him in the back there. He's in the back of that little cave, all the way back there with the firefish. That's where he's hanging out, right by the invertebrates, where that coral bandit is trying to attack the GoPro. Yeah, he's way in the back there. So he looks great, and that is probably the brightest fish of the day, sitting back there. And maybe at the end of the video, we will throw some pellets in just to see if he wants to eat. I don't know why. Usually when I put new fish in, they eat right away. I love it. It's the best part about adding fish. They instantly start eating. So that was fish number one, the purple pseudo. Great price tag, even better fish. Next bag, we're going with a new color here, but this is one that's kind of like, he's kind of like a fake version of a really expensive. This guy right here is a mimic yellow tang. They did have a yellow tang at the store, but he was a lot bigger, and he was $300. And he was like, it was about this big. Back in the day, we used to buy yellow tangs that big for 45 bucks. Now they're $300. So I said, okay, what's the next best thing? This yellow mimic tang he looks just like a yellow tang. It's literally a spitting image. The bright yellow colors, that's why you get the yellow tangs. Maybe we will get some in the future. Small little baby guys would be really cool, a school of them. But right now, we're leveling up slowly. We are sticking with a theme here, guys. We had our first fish be all purple, and we have our second fish being all yellow. I mean, that is a tiny guy. Like I said, I want to get the smaller ones and grow them out bigger. That's what's cooler to me, getting the small fish and growing them out. But you can see, he looks exactly like a yellow tang. He doesn't have as long of lips, I would say, but that is a dang good representation of a yellow tang for a fraction of the cost. That's why these guys have gotten so much more popular, because the yellow tangs are that much more expensive. So we went from all purple to all yellow. Once again, a fish that I was told is eating great. We will find out if that's the case, but
A variety diet is gonna be good for this guy. Some seaweed, some pellets, some mysis. That right there is our yellow mimic tang. Now this is a fish that's gonna be swimming around a lot more than the purple pseudo we got. So that's at least a plus. So he'll be a lot more active, which is cool. And he's actually way more chill than the purple pseudo. The purple pseudo was kind of going crazy when I put him in. But that right there, that's a fish we like to see swimming around and about, not just darting towards the caves. Yeah, he'll go there and check him out right now, but he's definitely gonna be a lot more friendly or a lot more social, I would say, than the other fish. All right, maybe I spoke too soon, guys. Maybe I spoke too soon. He's actually very scared, but maybe that's because there's a GoPro in his face hunting him down, trying to get some shots of him. But he found himself a nice little cave underneath the left side. I have a feeling once he gets his bearings, he'll be a lot more social. But for right now, obviously when you add a new fish to a tank, they're gonna go run and hide. But I did not expect that. I actually expected him to be swimming around. Like some of the fish we put in here, immediately they're just boys with everybody and like to be a center of attention. So, and hopefully here towards the end of the video, he will be a lot more out and about than he is right now, hiding behind the caves and all the rocks there. Look at the pipefish, he's cruising too. I think he likes it. I think he really enjoys his time in here. So I'm happy about that. We got Pencil just absolutely cruising. Look at Mr. Frogfish venturing out. The funny thing is I put him on the white rock and he has not gone to the purple rock at all. Look at this little dude. Is that not the coolest thing ever? Look at this little guy, the little frogfish. So sick. He really kept his colors well. I think having the white rock is gonna be key, to be honest with you, because if they chill on the purple rock too often, they get super kind of dark and really purple, as you can barely see them. But having the white rock, I think it's huge. It's huge, especially when we get more anglers in here. It's gonna be just a tank of color. All right, bag number 3, we're going back to the purple pink color. I would say this is more pink than it is purple. And these guys are very sought after fish. There was only one of them at the store. This dude right here is a pink queen antheus. There was only one, but we're gonna have to get some orange antheus to go with them, or maybe some other pink antheus, because they do like to be in schools. But there was only one at the store, and like the other fish, the guy said this guy specifically, he's a savage. You throw food in there, you throw pellets, and he goes crazy, and great colors as well. So we added some purple. Right now, purple, yellow, and this is more on the pink side, but antheus have always been a really cool fish. They are kind of hard to like keep, so I'm gonna have to keep a sharp eye on them, especially this guy. This is like the rare, people like the pink ones better than the orange, but I don't know, the orange are pretty cool as well. Maybe we'll get some of those guys in the future, but for right now, we got the pink antheus. That's gonna go great in here. So you can notice in the pond, we have a lot of yellows, a lot of black and whites and blues. Now we're getting those other colors. The purple guy's out right here on the right side of the pond, sitting on the right there. So that's actually good. He's finding his bearings. He's finding his bearings. I wanna see that guy swimming around a lot. He's probably my favorite fish in there right now, I'm not gonna lie. Look at that. Those are some colors. So there's a lot more pink in here. The first fish, the pseudo, actually was all purple. This one has a little bit of white on the belly and that orange stripe along the back. Honestly, kind of looks like a little yellowtail snapper action going on. If he had some yellow in his body there, it would look like a yellowtail snapper, not gonna lie. Also some blue on the face and that purple eye. Great fish, you got it. It's all in the details, guys. It's all in the details. When you have an aquarium, you want your fish to look awesome, and this guy definitely is an awesome addition. All right, let's get her in. I mean, my favorite videos are the buying videos, guys, because you just see your aquarium and your tank level up every fish that goes in. So here's our queen antheus going in the pond. Might need to name her Elizabeth because she's the queen. There she goes. Hey, she's with the purple guy. She swam right over to the pseudo. Maybe they're gonna be boys. Maybe they think they're the same fish and they're homies together. So that one's, you can see the color difference right there. This one's definitely a little bit more pink. The pseudo's super deep jet purple. Honestly, pretty freaking badass. I gotta see if we can have multiple of those guys in the same tank, because I will definitely get more. But the pink antheus finding herself at home right in front of the glass, which we always love. This one's definitely not hiding in the rocks like the other two fish. So that's good to see right off rip that she's swimming out and about and looking good. Not to mention with those pink antheus, I'm pretty sure they get huge. I went to the store like last week. I don't know if it was a male or a female, but it was a pink antheus. It's about this big. Not kidding. Biggest freaking antheus I've ever seen. So let's see if we can get her that big. But on to fish number 4. This one's awesome. The biggest bag yet, the coolest fish yet, I think. Personal opinion, I love these guys. They're always fun to have in a tank, and they have a super unique shape. So this guy right here, the copper band butterfly. I'm pretty sure there was a copper band butterfly in Nemo, if I'm not mistaken, or if that was a different kind of butterfly fish. But we've got ourselves a copper band butterfly with great colors and patterns, and the best thing is, like I mentioned, a pretty small guy, so we can see him grow. This guy is pristine, dude, pristine. Pretty small. I'm not used to seeing this small at the stores. They're always usually a lot bigger, and he's pristine. Not a mark on this guy. Perfect stripes, perfect lines, that yellow and silver contrast, a little bit of white in there. That orange eye, absolutely awesome fish. And the reason why I love these guys is that nose, a super sharp needle-like nose, which which is always really cool, a very unique shape. This guy's gonna deserve a name, so make sure to drop those names down in the comments. A fish that is absolutely pristine definitely deserves a name. So make sure to go in the comments and drop one of those names down below. Okay. I don't know exactly. I'm 99% sure this fish was in Nemo. I'm thinking about it now. I'm pretty sure it was. But here he goes into the pond. I think the coolest fish of the day. That is sick. Another fish that does not like to hide a lot, which that's what I like. I want some swimmers. The pond is so coming along. It's coming along so nice. I'm so excited about it. We're finally at the stage where we're adding those the more unique, cooler fish, and starting with this guy, and starting with the 4 that we added today is the way to go. We can start definitely venturing into some tangs and some other cool stuff. Some angelfish. We don't have an angel. A flame angelfish would look really awesome in here. Maybe that's going to be one coming up soon, but every fish looks amazing. The pond, I told you guys when we started this pond, I wanted it to just look awesome. I wanted you guys to look in this pond even from afar and just see colors swimming all around. And I think we're getting there slowly. Drop some comments down below also of what fish you would like to see added next to the pond. I always like taking your suggestions into account so that we can make the best aquarium possible. And right now it is full tilt, full throttle, going great. Everyone's favorite videos, the buying videos. Today was a really good one. The fish look awesome in here. The pond is slowly leveling up and I am super excited about it. Remember to drop some comments of the names of the butterfly and what fish you guys want to see in my next buying video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know you guys love these kinds of videos, so if you do enjoy, hit the like button and I will continue to make more of them. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.